Alright, so welcome back to Python tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll go over list and dictionaries. Alright, we'll try and do indexing and slicing, right? So now to start, a very quick way to start is with indexing, right? So let's do something like my list, and we want to grab 5, right? And all we have to do is have our square brackets and say, remember indexing, this is 0 1 2 3, and say 3, right? And of course we have our 5, right? And if we want to have something else, let's say 2, and say 1, right? We'll have 2. Okay, so now we want to go into this list and then go into this one, right, and get 10. Okay, so let's try and solve this. We'll have my list and we'll have this index, I'll have square brackets, and then to go into this particular list we'll have to go 0 1 2 3 and 4, right? It's at index 4. Okay, so let me run. Of course you have 8 9 10 another list, right? Actually this is nested list, right? Okay, so now we want to get 10. What we do is we have another square bracket. I will say this is 0 1 2. I'll say 2. Okay, of course we have our 10, right? Which is we went into this list. From this list we got 10. Okay, so now how about if we want to get 15? What do we do? Of course you should have guessed the pattern by now, right? I think you should just pause this video at this point and try to solve it yourself to see how well you are doing. Okay, so to get this we have to go into this list, and of course that index 4, and we'll say 4, and then we'll run. We'll have this 0 0 1 2 and 3, right? So we'll say come out and say this, sorry, square bracket, and say this is 3, and then we'll run. Of course we'll have this, and now we want to get 15, so we'll say 0 1 2 and 3. Okay, and we'll say 3, and let's see. Of course, so now we'll have 15. All right, so this is this for list, and now let's get into dictionary. Okay, so now let's try and access our dictionary, right? As you can see that there is an indentation, though this is Jupyter Notebook and there is no line, but you can see the pattern, right? Okay, so this is a dictionary, and this dictionary contains a list, right? Inside this list we have another list, and then we'll have a dictionary, right? This is a dictionary, and this is a dictionary, and this is a list, and this is a list, right? Okay, so let's try and get something. So let's try and get 1, right? Or let's try and get this whole dictionary, right? And we'll say D, remember, index location, and we'll say to get a key, and we'll say K1, right? And then we'll run. Of course we'll have everything here. Okay, so now we want to get 2 from K1. Remember this is a list, and what we have to do is we have to put the index. And how do we get a list, right? How do we get 2 from a list? We say 0 and 1, right? And we get our 1, and of course we'll have this 2. Okay, so now how do we get this? Well, okay, so let's try it. So let's go into our dictionary, and then we'll have our square brackets, and then we'll have our K1, right? K1, then we run, and of course we'll have all of these. And now we are trying to get well, right? Okay, so remember this is a dictionary. Okay, this is actually a dictionary inside a list. Okay, a dictionary inside a list, right? So say 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 4, right? And this is 5. So we'll do like this, right? I will say index location 5, and then we run, and of course we have access to this K2, right, which is the dictionary, And now to access this dictionary, we have to come here and say, sorry about that, we have to say this, and we'll say K2, right, to access our values. Now we have this well, K3 and blah blah blah. All right, so now let's get well. This is a list, and in order to go into our list, we use the index location, and the index location for this is 0. I will say 0. Well, here we are. Okay, so far this is indexing, right? And now let us try and grab Lucia, which is here. So we use this. Let's do this, right? Let's go from here in order not to waste much of your time. And this is K1, index location 5, then K2, and let's run. We have well, we have Lucia, right? So now this is a list. In order to go into this list, we have to go with 1. Now index location of 1. Okay, and of course we can access this K3, right? And now we say this is actually, you're not going to be doing this most of the time, but it is actually good for you to know how to access things with indexes, right? It helps your cognitive reasoning. All right, so let's continue. So now we have to use our index, square brackets, and use K3. Say K3, and then we run, and of course we have 18, 34, 60, and Lucia, right? So now to get Lucia is at index location 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what we have to do is we come here and we specify index location 3, and we run. Here we are, Lucia. So this is it actually about how to do your indexing and access every other thing. So there's something I want to actually point out. I don't think I've actually done this before, right? So let's if you want to do a square root, right? If you want to do something square, right? In the mathematics function for a square is, let's say, 4. The square of 4, it should be 6. All right, the square of 4 is 556, right? Then if we want to have the square root of 4, right? It's a 4, then it's a 0.5, right? And you run. Of course, you have 2.0. Okay, so this is actually this is actually raised to the power. Okay, this is raised to the power function. So in order to get a square root, you actually use 0.5, right? I actually do get most questions on how can I do a square root. All right, so this is how you basically do it. Thank you so much for going through this tutorial. I will see you on the next one, where we'll start using doing comparison operators. All right, see you on the next one.